'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house, everybody hated COVID, including the mouse. A mask was placed by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas would take it to wear. The children were 6 feet apart in their beds, while visions of Zoom classes danced in their heads. Mum was fast asleep, but I and my cat had realized Santa could carry. Oh crap. When out on the roof there arose such a clatter. I sprang from my bed to see who else in this house is paying bills to have the right to damage my home. Away to the window I ran like sin, and made sure it was shut so no one could get in. I thought of the way I could break to my son. How Santa didn't bring presents, not a single one. When what to my wondering eyes did appear, but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer, spanning like 50 feet due to the social distancing thing. Holy cow, they are actually draping off of the roof and onto the front yard. That's how long this train of reindeer is. With a little old driver looking so sick. I knew in a moment awesome. Santa caught it and now he wants to get in my house. More rapid than bats his infections they came. And he whistled, and shouted, and sniffled, and blew out his nostrils once or twice. Didn't even have a tissue. Put it right on the sleeve. Nasty. And called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen. On Comet, on Cupid, on Donner and Blitzen. To the top of the porch, to the top of the wall. Now dash away, dash away, dash away, H-shoo. So up to the housetop the reindeer flew, with a sleigh full of toys, and St. Nicholas a-chew. Well, actually they more so kept going around until the train of them ended up entirely on the roof. It was like one of those roller coasters at the beginning where you have that slow starting track to get you all set up to plunge into hell. And then, a loud sniffling I heard on the roof. St. Nick wiping his boogers on Rudolph's hoof. As I yacked in disgust, and was turning around. Down the chimney St. Nicholas came, without a mask on, of course. And the guy is so huge I'm sitting there wondering how all of this got down my chimney and I can't even get 6 feet away from it in my own living room. He looked very sickly, feeling well he was not. And his clothes were all tarnished with virus and snot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back. And he had vomit stains all over his sack. His eyes, they were watered, his dimples, how pale. His temperature risen, his fever off the scale. His droll little mouth was open hanging low. And the color of this face was as white as the snow. He seemed out of breath and showed great fatigue. His condition at this point had me intrigued. He managed to let out a congested sigh. And I thought for a second he just might die. Another coughing fit later he raised his head. The look on his face gave me feelings of dread. He spoke not a word, but with a sickly grin, started looking for ways to spread the sickness within. And laying his finger aside of his nose, he blasted all over my furniture, yelling "Thus she blows." He infected the dining room, parlor and kitchen, and approached the bedrooms as the kids started waking up from all the noise. Oh wonderful, this is exactly what I want to explain to my kids at 12 a.m. Glad my wife is a heavy sleeper. Away he went up the chimney in a hurry, leaving contaminated presents, and many reasons to worry. But I heard him exclaim, in between a good cough, "Happy Christmas to all, and to all 2 weeks off." Now I sit in my living room not knowing what to do. I'm going to get COVID. My family will too. I went to the internet to see what they knew, and found out his symptoms weren't COVID. He just had a flu. What a relief. My family might only get a flu from all this. I exclaimed for the whole house to hear my bliss. I mean, yeah, I was pretty loud. Definitely woke everybody up at this point. If there's one thing I could ask that could comfort me tonight, it's that when you put on a mask, you put it on right. Keep your mouth and your nose completely out of sight. Make sure it's secured to your face nice and tight. And keep COVID away. Everyone just might. So we can have a Merry Christmas and a good night.